I'm a trans girl. Don't tell me, you don't look trans, because I'm going to ask you, well, what does trans look like, Bookie? I'm a trans girl. If I'm in public and a guy's trying to talk to me, I only tell him I'm trans if he's ugly. Oh, baby, sorry, I'm trans.
Nah, what the fuck?
I'm a trans girl. Don't ask me how big it is. It's bigger than yours. I'm a trans girl. If I fuck with you and you accidentally call me like a...
Oops, got what you're attracted to. Let's see what it is. Oh my god.
Well, trans women are women, so that kind of answers your question there about me being attracted to a woman.
Here's 10 things I learned from dating as a trans woman. If you have to ask tarot cards if a man is into you, he's not into you. Just because a man accepts you for your gender identity, your weight, your 11th toe, doesn't automatically make him a good guy. He is not the only one who's going to accept you for who you are. Don't hold on to a man who keeps hurting you. In every other animal species, the male fights for the female. Don't get that twisted. You're on and off because he doesn't see your value. He will dump you again. A man's true colors don't really start to show until at least 3 months in. Take it slow. You don't lose your power after you sleep with a man. You lose your power expecting him to like you more after you slept with him. A confident and self-assured 6 is way more desirable than an insecure 10. Begging and nagging will do nothing. Men respond to your absence. Let him think he's the boss and you'll get what you want.
Take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't.
So a lot of people have been asking about my dad's transition in the before and after. This is my dad and my mom in 2001. Here's another picture of them. Here's another one. And this is kind of when you can see she starts transitioning a little bit. And they're still best friends.
My best girlfriend. Best friend forever.
Used to be my favorite guy, now she's my favorite girl.
Any trans woman who's convinced she gets a period is very misinformed or...
Before I say anything else, I just want to say, Grace,
I love you, and when I joined TikTok about 3 years ago, you were one of the people who helped me realize that what I was experiencing was gender dysphoria and that I'm actually a trans woman. But anyway, periods. So I totally get what you're saying, and I totally, to some degree, agree with a lot of what you're saying. Trans women take hormones in a way that means that theoretically our hormones should be consistent over a period of time. If we take tablets every day, our hormones will go up and down over a 24-hour period. But I'm one of those people who takes a estradiol implant, which is a type of tablet that gets implanted in the subdermal fat. So for me, I get it put in my tummy, and my body absorbs that estrogen implant over time. So my levels fluctuate from being on the higher end of normal for a cisgender woman when I have a new implant to being on the lower end of normal when I'm due for a new implant. And for me personally, I don't feel like I experience a period. If anything, when I experience period-like symptoms, it's when I'm due for a new implant. So at most, I have a 6-month to 12-month cycle. That being said, I do know people who've tracked their symptoms and feel like they do have somewhat of a 28-day cycle. Now, although this doesn't make sense with the way that hormones are administered, and although we can't explain it, we haven't done a study yet. And as a healthcare professional, I understand how medical research works, and I know that until we've done a study that looks at trans women's hormone levels over a period of time with varying estrogen administration methods, and also a large number of participants, we can't say for sure. I recently had an experience that made me really confused. I had an implant put in September. When I had my levels checked in December, it looks like I might be needing a new implant. My levels were around 400. I got my blood test again in February, and all of a sudden my levels had jumped to 700. Now, it's possible that maybe my body has started absorbing estrogen over a 28-day period, but I feel like that's unlikely. But again, until we do the research, we don't know. The real reason I'm saying this is that the whole trans women don't have periods thing was started by anti-trans right-wing feminists who are trying to invalidate the experiences of trans women by saying trans women aren't real women because they don't experience a 28-day cycle. Now, this is problematic on so many levels because there are plenty of cisgender women who don't have a 28-day period cycle, and they might not even have a period at all. But I think we need to ask ourselves, why are we having this conversation? What good does it do? If the conversation isn't helping anyone, then why are we having it? Even if period symptoms in transgender women are psychosomatic, they're still real, and it's an interesting phenomenon. To continue this conversation only pits trans women and cis women against each other. Everyone can have a different experience, and that can be okay.
From growing up to now, what is dating like for you?
I never really dated. That wasn't like a thing for me, I guess. But I'll never forget, I told my mom I had to work. And so I left to go to work, went to this guy's house, drove my mom's car because I didn't have a car yet. And we just hooked up. Dating when I moved to LA and I was just a trans girl in a wig was weird because it's do I get on Tinder? Do I get on literal Grindr? And then you find the people who fetish trans girls and that type of thing. So I kind of got lost in that. And then I was wait, that's not how I feel. I don't want to even have that app as an option, as a fetish, as anything. And then as I started presenting and looking more and more and more feminine, I was ew, it's so annoying because it's I literally would talk to somebody for a week and they just wouldn't know. And then I'm oh, by the way, I have a third leg.